Welcome, everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the Chair Sessions with Dr. D. It's an exciting afternoon here in the podcast studio. I actually have the three members of Outfox. They're actually in the studio. Great to have them in the studio today. And I have with us Patrick Fazzone, Siobhan Godsil Lehman, and Ian Greene. And they are going to be talking to us about all the exciting things going on with Outfox. And they're going to be talking about their music, their self-titled debut album, and everything Outfox. So, with that, welcome everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Good to be here.
Very good to be here.
I'm glad to have you guys here today, and we got a lot to talk about. We're going to try to fit everything in, and then we'll have some exciting stuff. We're going to do some music that'll be recorded as part of this session, and it'll be part of the interview. It'll be we'll put links in there to the musical stuff. So I'm excited about hearing some stuff live. So I've talked to you guys before, but not on the podcast. We've done some little short interview stuff kind of on the scene, in the field, at different gigs. So while you guys are here, I'd like to start off with some real beginning stuff. Let's talk about how the musical journey for all three of you started.
You want to go first?
Sure. So, funny enough, for the longest time, I never was into music at all. And I just didn't really like music until I found stuff that I actually liked. Because I just never really liked anything that was playing on the radio when I was growing up. So I would always hear the stuff that my dad played, my mom played, so I was introduced to grunge and stuff, and then I started listening to 80s music, and then I started going back and further and further till I hit on 70s, 60s music, which she actually introduced to me. Siobhan, she.
Siobhan, if you will.
Yeah, so then around maybe 6th or 7th grade, I picked up drums, started playing drums. Very, very basic drumming, started off doing grunge stuff, Nirvana, the the gateway music. It's
the
gateway
whole nine.
drug. I feel like everybody, or at least a lot of people, start on that. It's simple stuff. Regardless, then I picked up guitar a couple years after, and then I kind of just ran with that. And then I was never a great singer, so I just tried singing anyway. And then just started developing my voice from there, and then that was probably when I started singing. When Siobhan and I started playing together, which was 2018.
Yeah.
That's when I started singing. So I started playing guitar at 2017, the start of mid 2017, and then going on in 2018 started singing, but.
Turned into a credible singer, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm shocked at some of these statements here. The singing was one of them, but I want to back it up even a little bit more.
Okay.
You did not like music.
No, I did not.
So that almost knocked me off the chair here.
Yeah.
So can you talk about that a little bit more? Was that at an early age? Were you just not listening to music, or did you not like what you were hearing in your house?
I just wasn't listening to music.
Okay.
And then, I would listen to whatever everybody else was listening to at school, and I was just I don't know if I really like this. This is just what everybody's listening to. I don't really. My heart's not set in it.
It wasn't moving you.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
And then it's funny enough. I'd always heard the stuff that my parents played, and it just I don't know, something about it. I guess I didn't realize at the time, but something about it, I was oh, I think I do like that. And I grew up playing Rock Band and all that stuff, so I always liked playing Rock Band and stuff. So maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
You weren't paying attention to it?
Yeah, maybe I didn't know that I liked it as much as I do.
Can you identify a time or a song or something, a vibe, when you were oh yeah, I'm into this?
Probably very basic, but probably In Bloom by Nirvana.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Probably that. I was oh wow, I think I actually really like this. This is pretty cool. Because they were the first band that I got into. And then, like I said, I just kept going back and back and back, and even listening to Indian, Hindustani raga stuff like that. Like,
so is that a lot of sitar?
Yeah, that stuff. Yeah.
Tablas and all that.
Yeah,
nice.
I love
It's
those.
good stuff. Yeah, it's real good stuff.
That really talk about a vibe. That really
Oh, yeah.
brings you to a place, right?
Yeah.
So and then guitar. You picked up the guitar. How'd you learn to play?
Yeah, my dad just showed me a couple chords, and then from there on, I just started like looking up YouTube videos, watching
Nice.
people play stuff, and I was just like, all right, yeah, I think I could do that, because I never took the time to like learn theory or anything. You know, I'm like very musically ignorant when it comes to like terminology and how things work. I just know subconsciously, oh, this sounds like it works. So
You're not on the academic side,
No.
but you can put it together with your ears.
yeah, I want
and your fingers
yes, that
great.
too. I want to start.
and your voice.
Yeah, a little bit, with my voice.
You know what? I think that you're being very very humble
Absolutely.
about your voice. Your voice is incredible, and you know the video that I took of you guys back, I guess it was maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago at the Stone Pony. That was an incredible show. Voices, the whole performance. You guys had the whole thing going on.
Oh, thank you.
And obviously other people thought so too, because you guys have played the Stone Pony quite a few times since that time, right?
Yeah, we have probably like what three
Three,
other times,
maybe. I think we've been there 4 times now, something like that.
4 or 5 times
Yeah.
total, but yeah, since then a couple times. It's fun. I like playing there a lot.
Cool. And so it's all coming together for you, Patrick. Where do you want to go with this, as far as the band? What's your vision when you close your eyes and think of Outfox? What are you imagining? Don't be shy.
A very big band. I think I would want like a lot of members, you know, because we're already talking about, you know, we want to do extra horns, we want to do, you know, extra guitars, everything. I think it would be really cool to have a big production,
Full band sound.
band.
Like,
That
I'd
would
love
be
to have
amazing.
a percussionist with me to
Yeah.
like play hand drums and everything, because
Yeah.
they add such like a warm tone to music. You know what I mean? I love hand drums and percussion.
I honestly couldn't be surprised if in the near future we became an 8 or 9 piece band with, you know, like 5 vocal harmonies and
That would be
2
amazing.
percussionists, horn section, the whole 9.
I love
I think that'd be very fun.
I love it. It sounds good. Manifest.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Manifest. We're gonna get that sitar playing, and
He's
we're
got
gonna
one.
Get,
I do
yeah,
got
there we
one,
go, and
so.
we're gonna it's gonna manifest. And sometimes just imagining it is the first part of it.
Absolutely.
But Pat, anything else you want to say about your inspirations, your influences now? Has that changed at all since you didn't like
Definitely.
music? And so now, who are you vibing now?
So there's so much. Like, I just listen to a lot of different genres, but if I were to try to pinpoint my playing, I'd say that it's a mix between like Blind Melon's guitarist and I'm not as clean soloing, so I guess I would attribute that a little bit Jimmy Page, maybe a little bit Eric Clapton,
Yeah, cool.
that type of style. And yeah, I'm still just kind of figuring out how I want to play, how I want to sound, really. So it's all just experimental.
Okay, so you're loving the process right now,
Yeah.
and you're finding your way.
Yeah.
You're finding your way through it and developing as you go along.
Yeah, definitely. But I do like I love like the prog guitar
Nice.
and like the jazz influence guitar. Like, that's so cool. I want to get into that. I want to learn that because I would love to play like that.
Awesome.
I think that stuff's good.
You're on your way.
Yeah.
On your way. Nice.
Doing a good job so far.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Siobhan, you want to talk about your
I
background?
mean, only if you want me to.
Of course. Everybody wants you to.
Oh, man.
Sure.
I have to twist my arm. So I started playing drums when I was 10 years old, and I never really liked drums when I was younger. I always thought they were very caveman-ish, you know?
Primitive?
Yeah, that's the word. Very primitive. I was like,
I mean, it's not
oh
wrong.
man, if I were to play an instrument, it wouldn't be drums, I'll tell you that. And then my dad was like, hey, do some coordination things, like, you know, this and the this, all that. And he was like, wow, you'd be really good at drums. And I was like, really? And he was like, yeah, you would. And I was like, all right, sure, whatever you say.
I'll give it a shot.
So on my 10th birthday, he pulls up in his pickup truck with an electronic drum set on the back. He's like, all right, that's for you. Get started.
Nice.
So that's kind of where it started. And he showed me a lot of the beginner stuff. And then I started taking lessons, I think when I was 12, with 𝘲𝘚. And then after that, I went over to John Hawes. And he taught me a lot of stuff. And now I teach drums at BT
Nice.
Music. I've tried other things. None of it really sticks. Drums are kind of where I feel good. I think the only other thing I'd really ever try is bass, because rhythm feels good for me.
So you got into the primitive rhythms.
Yes, I did. I never thought I would.
Nice, nice. So kind of like Patrick, kind of in the beginning, it was like, oh no.
Yeah, because I did like music, but I didn't like drums.
Yeah, you didn't like drums. But you kind of got yourself into it.
Yeah, well, and then my dad, he told me a couple years later, he's like, yeah, I've always wanted you to play drums, but I knew if I told you, you wouldn't want to do it. So I had to make you feel like you wanted to do it.
Thank you, Mr. Lehman.
Yeah, so.
A little psychology
right,
there.
You got me.
And you're banging away on a lot of different projects, right?
Yeah, it's fun. I get around.
Yeah, absolutely. You're doing a lot, and always doing. You guys are always doing something for the causes.
Yeah, no,
You guys are doing a lot of benefits, and
very excited for the Rock to Adopt. I love animals. I mean,
Yeah.
I have little cat nails. I don't know if you could see them on the thing, but I got little cats on them. I love animals.
So you mentioned two of your teachers, 𝘲𝘚 from Hump Day Trio.
Yes.
Right, and John Hawes from the Jenny Barnes Band.
They're both awesome.
Yes.
They're so cool. I cannot speak highly enough about both of them. They
Great teachers.
Man, they're just excellent. They're really great teachers, and they're really great people. Like, I really like both of them as people, and that's what
it.
you need to be a good teacher. You know, you gotta have a
Yep.
connection. And I feel like they were both awesome.
Yep. Well, those are two pretty big, two pretty great influences, great mentors.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Did you know that you'd want to get into like albums and recording and?
Well, when I started playing, I liked rock music. I've always liked rock music, and then I really kind of fell into classic rock when I was younger, because that's what my mom and dad listened to.
Okay. Yep.
So, you know, all that stuff. I mean, I have a Led Zeppelin tattoo. They're my favorite. John Bonham is my favorite. I can go on and on about that, but I won't. But yeah, I always liked rock music. And then I was like, yeah, I don't want a real job. I want to do this. And I still feel the same way. I don't want to go to work. you
want to bang on your drum all day.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
There you
Like,
go.
Todd Ruggan said,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I feel like ever since I was younger, I was like, no, I don't want a job. And now I have a job, and that's no fun. This is fun. That's not. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, work always gets in the way with the music sometimes, probably, if you're not doing it full time, right? Mm-hmm. Yep. Drummers that you would like that you emulate, or that that have inspired you? Who are your drummers?
I love John Bonham.
Yeah.
I'll mention that
you
again.
did. Yep.
And I love Bill Bruford from Yes. He's one of my favorites. I have his autograph in my bedroom. He's awesome. Who else? I love Neil Peart. That's like
Yep.
he's really awesome. You know, all the basic rock drummers. I love all of them. You know, it's really hard to pick one.
Yeah,
I
you can take a
guess.
little bit from everyone.
Yeah,
you know,
I feel
different.
like, 'cause I listen to a lot of different rock, you know, like all classic rock 70s stuff.
Different styles.
Yeah. So, but it all kind of comes down to that.
Yeah,
rock
cool.
drumming. But yeah, John Bonham and Bill Bruford, those are like my two favorites. I don't think anything gets better than those two for me.
Nice.
So.
All right. So next up, Ian.
Hey.
Tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, a similar kind of thing to these two. My parents were huge music fans. They were Deadheads.
Did you like music?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've always loved. See, my mother never sang me nursery rhymes as a kid. It was always disco.
Oh, whoa.
So it'd be like Casey and the Sunshine Band to get me in the bed at 9 o'clock.
Wow.
But my dad's always been a guitar player, and I think around 6 or 7, I started playing keyboards, just as like an interest. I think one of my mom's friends brought one over at some point or something like that. And because my dad's a guitar player, I'd always kind of noodled, or like he'd occasionally show me chords or something. That wasn't until later in life. But I played keys for a while, and I didn't really have any kind of goal with it. It's just kind of something that I was interested in. Unlike somebody who might not have liked music, I didn't really have any prejudice against it, but
What are you talking about?
But he's got a grand plan now, which is spectacular.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The most humble guitar and singer that I've met. So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
and then I think around like maybe 6th grade, I was like, you know what? I'll join the school band, and I'll go down there and I'll tell them I want to play saxophone. So I did that, and they put a trumpet in my hands.
Oh.
I was like, okay. So I played trumpet for a few years, got to right before high school, and was like, all right, I can't take this anymore. I'm doing the switch. I don't care what anybody says. I had to fight my teachers. It was a whole thing. I eventually started playing saxophone. I took lessons. I had lessons with a wonderful teacher who also got me my current horn, Jimmy Merchant. He worked and did lessons through the school that I went to. I went to Southern Regional. And he's also sponsored by Rampone Gazani.
Oh, cool.
So I really fell in love with saxophone and music really specifically kind of at that point, or maybe somewhere in the middle of middle school, where I really doubled down. I was having piano lessons for, some period of time. I didn't really stick with it too much. And then I hit high school and I picked up clarinet. And then Pat and I meet in college a few years back, and now we're here. And I just think it's a pretty incredible kind of journey that I didn't really expect to take until recently, and I'm pretty grateful for that. But music's definitely become a pretty fundamental part of who I am.
Cool. What a great synchronicity, I like to call it.
It's a great song too.
Yeah, great song. It's a great process. It sounds like that's what's going on here. And synergy is definitely going on here, but I knew that the first time I heard you guys play. So that what you just brought up kind of brings me to you talked about where you met Patrick was at college.
Yes.
We had known each other a little bit at the start of the class because it was September to December, and then it was just like all of a sudden I found out that he played sax and stuff. I was like, that's cool. You want to come jam with us?
We could use a sax player.
It was the same thing on my end. Like, we're sitting in this world music class, and teachers on the beginning of the day, they're like, tell everybody, say something about themselves. And since we're in a music class, everyone's like, my name is this and I play this, and Patrick's like, my name's Pat, I shred on electric guitar and I have a band. And I'm like, okay. A few weeks go by and I work up the confidence to go up to him after class and be like, hey, I play saxophone, you need a sax player? And he's like, come jam with us tonight. We'll see what happens. And the rest is history.
I love it.
Because to be honest, I was like, a saxophone? I wasn't opposed to it, but I was also like, I never would have thought to put sax in like a band that I would make. And then I was just like, wow, this is actually cool. Once he jammed with us, I was like, what? Like, why did I not think of this sooner?
How have I been sleeping on this for
wow.
so long?
So all these mindset shifts going on. Like, so you went from that to, thinking about like, sax. Now, full band.
Yeah.
Well, bring on the trumpets.
Full dozen.
Bring on, yeah. So there's been a big shift, like a mindset shift, a growth shift, moving things forward, creating more synergy. Siobhan, how did you get involved with Patrick and Ian?
So I met Pat when I was in high school, and we were both at an open mic, and I had played out at that point already, but it was his first time playing out, right? It was your first time playing out.
Aww.
And my dad was like, you should go talk to him, and I was like, no.
Yeah, it was my first time out. I was playing an acoustic. I was playing the Beatles medley with my dad. He's playing the other acoustic guitar, and I'm sitting there, and my legs are like extremely shaky, and I'm like, I just want to get through the song. And then her dad walks up, and he's like, hey, you want to join a band? I was like, sure. Why
Her
sure?
dad asked you if you wanted to join the band?
It wasn't even me.
He's quite the character.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Because I didn't even
great.
see you there.
Yeah,
I didn't see you there that night. Were you even there?
I
don't
was,
even know.
and I'm like, I don't know. I'm pretty introverted, unless I know somebody. Then I'm fun. But I was sitting in the corner, and I'm like, all right, I played. I just want to watch and eat my food and leave. Like, I talk to people. My social battery at this point is done. You know, I did my talking and my playing, and I'm tired, and I want to go to bed, and I have school tomorrow. So I don't want
So there.
Yeah, so... And then my dad was like, no, I'm going to go talk to him. And I was like, what? And he's gone. So he went to go talk to him. And then Pat and I started playing. And it was, it was a lot of fun.
Again, so it was that synchronicity. Things just kind of gelled.
Yeah.
The synergy was there from the get-go. And here you three are, the core of Outfox. Yeah. Performing multiple times at the Stone Pony. And also now over the... recording. You've recorded EPs and got the first album together, right? Self-titled album, Outfox. Let's talk a little bit about the process of getting that album together. So before the album came together, you had some singles, right? Was it an EP that you released?
Yeah, so we had two. I think we had two singles before the self-titled EP.
Yeah, we just only released one single though.
Oh, was it one single?
Oh no,
no, it was two.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my God, I don't even know anything.
This guy's lying over here.
I am lying. I'm a big liar. Yeah, so it was two singles before the EP. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And what were the two singles? One of them was Disappear, right?
Yeah, that was our first one.
That was the first one.
Yes.
And the other was 19.
I think.
And 19. Yeah. Two awesome tracks. I remember hearing them for the first time and seeing you guys perform them at the Stone Pony. Incredible. I still love going back to that video and watching it because the energy that night was off the charts. So talk about the process of getting the singles together, going into the recording studio, getting the musicians together. What was that like?
I feel like arduous is a bit strong of a word, but it wasn't an easy process.
No, it definitely was not easy. It was harder than we thought it was going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like, creativity aside, it was on par in difficulty with putting the EP together in the first place with the songwriting and all that, just like logistically speaking, trying to get everybody in the studio.
Yep.
And eventually we even abandoned that idea and just was like, everybody get in here when you can.
And lay your
tracks down and go.
And
so that took us a decent amount of time, but we got there.
Yeah.
And I think we were very lucky to have access to a studio and somebody who's willing to work with us for the price that we had to pay for it. And I think it came out fairly decent for what it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So that was the first one?
Yeah,
we recorded them all at the same place.
Okay.
But we recorded we recorded Disappear first.
Disappear was first. Okay.
Yes.
And creatively, those songs were already they were ready to go.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. Except for one, actually.
That's true.
Reissue was the one we were like, oh, let's just add this on the EP.
Oh,
yeah.
And Ian's like, oh, I don't know anything to put to it yet. I was like, you'll figure it out. And then he did.
We did.
What's the concept behind that?
So, like, the meaning of it, or just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay.
I mean, yeah.
So Reissue was just me taking a jab at a lot of other bands for not being original.
Okay.
Which is a reissue.
Reissue, okay.
Because it's just a little annoying. It's just
Okay.
like, if I want to listen to Led Zeppelin, I'll listen to Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
If I want to listen to Jimi Hendrix, I'll go do that.
Yep.
I mean, but there's nothing wrong with taking, like, I just want to clear the air. There's nothing wrong with taking inspiration from things and implementing it into your style and everything. Yeah. But it's another thing when you completely copy. And you steal outfits, you steal looks, you steal words, most importantly. That's where I just get like, oh, that's kind of annoying. Just be a little original.
I mean, I do to that point, I do think it's kind of a little slippery of a slope. In this particular conversation, we're insinuating about Led Zeppelin, which is not exactly a band known for
I'm just
originality
and
not stealing things.
I just used an example.
Yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
But I agree with you there.
I understand what you're saying, Patrick, too. I mean, it sounds like creativity is an important part for you as far as taking your inspirations and either maybe building upon them, maybe taking them in a slightly different direction, or using them as the foundation for something that you're going to create, that you're going to kind of make your own.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's what I mean. All music is based on some level at that, and the level that people go through with that creative process can can really vary. So those came together. They sound awesome. Logistically, yeah, it's hard to get everybody in the studio at the same time, especially the more people you have, right? How would you guys rate the synergy on doing the recording? You know, when you're recording your tracks, what did that feel like? Not being all together.
It was I think it was a little alien.
Yeah.
Especially since I think for all of us, or the most of us at the time, it was our first time doing something like that, where we're playing music, but we're not performing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a switch that had to be made.
Well,
yeah, I'm
well,
sure.
we did perform Miss Appear. Miss Appear we actually did totally live. The only thing is that I recorded vocals after, and I dubbed the guitar solos after.
I meant like getting in the studio.
That part.
And playing versus, you know, when we play at Crossroads or up in New York City, it's a different.
Yeah, like because then you're not really feeding off each other.
It's just you.
It's just you, and you're kind of just feeding off of what's going through your monitor, right?
So it's definitely different.
Yeah.
I feel like the mood is different too. Like it's a lot more, you know, got
pressure.
Deadlines. Let's go.
Pressure.
It's a bit sharper. I would say.
Yeah, time is money, right?
Yeah.
Makes you mess up even more.
Yeah.
Now that you're being recorded.
It's part of the reason why it took so long.
Performance anxiety.
Yeah.
This, you know, it sounds like this is something that you guys are going to get, you know, you're going to get used to. Probably already getting used to it now. So that brings us up to, let's talk about the crafting of the album. Can we do like a little liner? I'm like a liner note geek. I miss CDs. You can see the whole stack. I miss CDs. I miss having something to take out of the cover and read and hear about who's playing on everything and who the artists are, and sometimes there's little quotes, there's different stories or things like that. I kind of miss all that. So let's make this is like, and I love my podcast at times to be like the living liner notes, where the liner notes come to life. Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about that album, Outfox, and let's talk about the name first. So it's the self-titled album. Where did Outfox come from? We got giggles.
Indecisiveness. Really, indecisiveness.
Okay.
It was a placeholder.
It was a placeholder.
It was.
Actually.
Pat and I had a show, and it was me, Pat, and his dad, and we were like, I guess we need a band name, right? We're like, yeah. So I started Googling names, like cool words, and we're like, yeah, that works. Let's just hold that for now, and then, we'll probably change it, and it never got changed.
But now I feel like it has a different meaning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because now that, I mean, at least I feel like for me, my style has changed so much, especially after meeting Ian and Siobhan. So I feel like it takes on a new meaning because Outfox is like, deception. You don't think you're going to hear what you're hearing right now. There's horns, then there's mandolin, then there's piano, then there's keyboards, and then there's like upright bass that's and stuff. And it's just like, all right, well, I mean, you wouldn't typically hear that from a regular rock band, So it's just like, it's cool. You don't know what you're going to hear.
Yeah, that's really cool. So it's cool how that evolved. It's almost like you pick the name and then your energy manifested into something that actually fits that. Now, chicken or egg or whatever, but that's what it is. Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. When did you decide we're ready to get the album? We're ready for the album? Did you have an idea in mind, like as far as number of songs, a vibe, a concept?
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, so our main thing was that we were gonna do like a 5-song EP, but then we did 6, and I was thinking maybe that's a little too long, but then I was just like whatever, we'll just do it. And we wanted to pick 6 of the songs that we felt like were the most diverse in comparison to the rest, because we want to make it known that we have an eclectic sound and that we like to experiment with other styles and everything, just to cater towards all of our influences and everything. And I feel like it reaches a broader audience.
Yeah, that's
honestly.
What, and it's cool now that you pointed that out. That's something. When I listened to all the songs, I was kind of like conflicted inside. I was like, I like all of these, but I don't know which one I liked the most, because I liked all of them. And what you just hit upon is really, I think, the answer to why I like them all, because they all had something that I liked a lot. And
That's cool.
and I couldn't decide which one I liked the most, and normally in an album where things kind of follow a certain concept or whatever, it's easy to do that. I find it easy to do that, but I could not I had a hard time doing that here. Because I feel like they're all really good. But then when I really pushed myself, there were a couple that I really liked, and we'll talk about them once we go through some of them and why some of them kind of resonated a little bit more. But you're right; they all have a different sound to them, but they all come together in that Outfox sound, which is like an energy. It's an energy. It's a high energy sound.
Thank you. That's good to hear.
I think a majority of the idea behind putting the EP out the way we did was kind of like a fruit platter approach, where we just have all this different stuff that you can, you pick what you like, and it's more of like a catalog of how varied we could be, as opposed to this is just how we are. Yeah. Which it is kind of how we are, but
you put your potential out there.
Right.
This is our look. This is the range. This is the range that we have.
If you like the slower, more like string-led kind of like ballad or rock ballads, like we've got that. We've got more jazzy stuff. We've got something along the prog lines. Like I feel like there's a decent amount for people to latch onto.
Yeah. Even with some of that like jazzier stuff, the energy is still in it. That energy is still there. People think you got to be rocking out and, going crazy on the guitar, which it's fun as hell. Don't get me wrong. But some of those deeper songs really still have a strong energy to them, and they have a depth to them too. So let's run through some of the tracks. Actually, we'll run through all the tracks, and then you guys can talk about different reflections or things about those tracks that you want to highlight. Yeah. So the first track is Reissue. We talked a little bit about that one. Patrick mentioned the idea behind that one. Does anybody want to add anything to that?
It's kind of to Pat's point. It was more of like but it was kind of our, not necessarily our introduction, but like our first kind of experiment on a sort of classical jazz take while still retaining
like a rock feel.
Yeah, or the progginess, or even just kind of taking the song halfway through and making somebody go, "Oh, am I even listening to the same song anymore?" Yeah. And then going back into like a completely different genre all in one track, and that was kind of our fledgling experimentation with that was Reissue, I want to say.
Yeah. Just playing with dynamics.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what that dynamic does, right? It keeps you hooked. It keeps the listener hooked. I mean, when you listen to that song, like you said, it's taken these twists and you're not quite sure where it's going to go. So you hang on for the ride.
Absolutely.
So those changes really masterful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I definitely feel like there's some people who might not get down with that, and they want to be able to predict where a song might go. And to that I say that's completely fair. And I also enjoy music like that. But
and we have stuff like that too.
And we do, but that wasn't really the intention of that song specifically. It was to kind of be like, I don't know what's happening, but I hope that they like it.
yeah, and I think that for people who like to just surrender themselves to the music and go along for the ride, I think we're the ones who love that. Awesome. Bayside Love. Ooh.
It's all you, Pat.
This one's all Patrick.
Yeah. So I was in my basement one day. Shout out in my basement.
Love those guys.
I was in my basement one day, and I was just fiddling around on my 12-string guitar, and I just fell into this riff, and I was like, this is really, really pretty. And then I ended up showing it to everybody. I didn't have any words or anything. And we just, like, made a song out of it. Like, on like the first day that I showed it to
Yeah, I
everybody.
think it was right on the spot.
Yeah, it
you
was
started.
right on the
you started
spot.
playing the chord progression, and we were just like, okay, we'll just do this, and then she jumps in, and then our bass player jumps in, and then all of a sudden the song's done in like an
Yeah.
hour, and we just have to write lyrics for it.
Yeah. So then, like, because to be honest, lyric writing is my least favorite process. Honestly, it's just trying to find the right words and everything, and I just the way my process is, I just like to write first, like write the the guitar lines and the melodies first, and then introduce the lyrics and everything. And I feel like that way too, there's just like a weird there's a weird way that the lyrics just end up fitting with
Manifesting
the sounds
themselves.
and manifesting themselves with the song, and then it's just
emerging.
like and it's just like subconsciously I guess I do it, but it's just the words just fit with the track so much, and it just I'm stumped. I can't think of the words, but it just
So you're guitar driven.
I feel like that.
When your fingers start moving, your guitar starts playing.
Mm-hmm.
The words just start flowing.
Yeah, I want
So
to
it's a
say
lot easier that
with
way.
Patrick's writing style, it's a lot of the meaning of a song is at least up front, 100% in the music, or the way that we write it. The meaning or the intention of a piece at first is in the music, and then we kind of find the right words to accompany that, rather than some people who might like write a story or a poem first and then build a song around that. We kind of build the song first and build the lyrics around it. So
Yeah.
it might be a backwards kind of
Cool process.
a little backwards.
Yeah.
way to do things.
But that's what I'm saying. There's like kind of like it's corny, but I feel like there's a kind of like magic to it where it's just like it just ends up reflecting like the sound of the song and everything. Like the words just go with the feeling of the song and everything. And that song, I feel like I was already thinking about it because Siobhan and I are together. Shocker. So that song is written about her and just our relationship and everything.
Cool.
So
Well, I don't
little
think-
love song, Bayside Love.
Aw. I don't think the process is corny at all. I mean, when Patrick's coming with a riff or the guitar-driven stuff, and everybody just kind of start, takes it from there, kind of lets their true creativity, their true creative process kind of unfold right in the moment, being present with everybody. And you're right. You use the word magic. That's the magic that occurs when musicians, artists kind of get together in the same room and just start kind of letting it flow and kind of seeing where it goes.
Yeah.
That's the magical part. I don't think there's anything corny about it.
No.
I think that's the wonderment and the magic of it all, and that's the part of the process that makes that magic comes out when people are listening to it, which is really cool. Siobhan, do you want to say anything about Bayside Love?
I like it. It's pretty good.
I'd hope so.
No, I do really like that song. I like everything about it. I mean, I like the whole EP, but obviously I like that song.
Sure. Nice. The next one is Misappear. That was the one that was released as a single. What do you want to say about that one?
Can I lead this?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
The one thing I want to say to start, because you and I wrote most of it, but a lot of the like riffing was you. But with the naming of the song,
I gotta get out of here.
so we're a bunch of nerds. We're a goofy bunch, and we enjoy some interesting tastes. And
But let's say allegedly before we go.
allegedly,
into this.
there's no
Allegedly.
evidence. Don't quote me on this. But Misappears from SpongeBob.
Oh.
It's from the superhero episode when was it Sandy that was Misappear? It was like she's like, I misappear and can turn invisible, and then we were like, wait a minute, Misappear could work in a whole other way besides just being a kind of a silly cartoon superhero for Nickelodeon.
Wow.
And it was also just a funny inside joke for us, but it kind of evolved into a more genuine, like, meaning-driven song, which I can, if you'd like to, I can segue to you to
man,
dig that.
That's a perfect segue. So yeah, I think it was either like right before practice or right after practice. I don't know, one of those days. I was in the basement with Siobhan, and I was, just playing or whatever, and I was just riffing on, 𝘼𝘂𝘀 before it became 𝘼𝘂𝘀, because I was trying to like almost emulate like a Rolling Stones type of vibe, because I was like, all right, that'd be cool.
Nice.
So then I'm like, what should I write this about? And she's like, I don't know, do it about like a schizophrenic or something. And I was like, okay. So I'm sitting there, and I just started writing the lyrics. I'm like, wait, this is good. I like this. And then I'm like, wait, 𝘼𝘂𝘀. This is cool. Like, I'm allegedly stealing it from SpongeBob, but it kind of plays into like schizophrenia. You're thinking this woman's there, which that's what the song is about. This guy who thinks that he's seeing his wife or woman, whatever.
So like having
hallucinations,
visual distortions or hallucinations.
Yeah, and being practically in a psych ward, being demanded that he takes his pills, but he doesn't want to, because when he doesn't take his pills, he sees the woman that he loves and whatever.
Ooh,
so.
this is getting good. I'm glad you're in that chair right now, because I think we might have to delve a little bit deeper into this one.
We gave him the throne for the reason.
This is really good. So what kind of mode did you get yourself into to kind of like? I mean, that's some story.
I don't know, to be honest. She was just like, oh, write about this guy who's schizophrenic. I'm like, all right,
I know
sure.
It was quick to write because I told him,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to go take a nap now. So I slept for like an hour and a half, and I woke up, and he's like, what do you think of these lyrics? And I'm like, oh.
So I think it
Cool.
was right after rehearsal, because I had gone home, and not even like an hour had gone by, and you send me this 5-minute track titled 𝘼𝘂𝘀𝘀, and then I'm like, what is 𝘼𝘂𝘀𝘀? And you tell me the SpongeBob thing, and then she mentions it's about a schizo, and I'm like, this is going to be crazy, but I'm so down for it.
So Siobhan, where did that come from?
What, like
that initial like
Yeah, I don't know.
that just came out.
It
was
was on your
high.
mind.
Some distorted perceptions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I actually forgot to take my pills today. Are you guys even real? Or?
I don't know.
So I had my weed pen, and I took a few hits. I was like, that would be pretty cool. You should do that. I'm gonna go sleep now. I'm tired. And he just wrote it. I was like, all right,
I'm taking
cool.
a nap.
Yeah.
And we came back the next day, and we had a full song.
It was good.
And so a lot of that energy is in there. Is in there. That's what you channeled, and it all came together. That brings us to the next one. Now, we've had this conversation off mic a little bit about this one. 19. This is the angry song.
This is the angry song.
Right, this is the
one of-
angry
This is the Patrick is angry song.
Yeah,
This is the Patrick is angry song.
the one of two angry songs on this EP. Or is it? No. Yeah, it's two. One of two. So yeah, this song is a little bit of a jab at my ex-girlfriend's mother too.
So you channeled some old relationship anger into this song, and that energy is definitely pretty strong in there, and it makes for an incredible song. What's it like to play it?
Very I can't think of the word.
It's a very emotional song.
Feels great
I
to
feel
play.
like it's yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It does feel good to play.
I mean,
it does feel
yeah.
good to
So
play.
is it a cathartic thing where when you play it, you feel like maybe you're letting all this stuff go?
Yeah,
all this past,
that was
letting
that was
go of the
whole-
past bags or whatever whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that was the whole thing, because I never really got to say anything about it. I never,
So it's not like a song that you want to avoid. It's not like you don't want to play it.
No, I want.
We play it all the time.
Yeah, I know.
We're gonna play it soon.
You guys play it all the time. It's a great song, and so again, I feel like that is part of the magic of music, when you can take these emotions and that they're not pretty, they're not positive. It's all not peaches and cream sometimes, but you can take these emotions, which are strong and tense, and maybe they're not even pleasant, but you can channel them into something that is magical, great, cathartic, releasing, healing, whatever you want to call it, or just feels damn good playing it when you're on stage.
It's always nice to have.
Yeah, right?
And this is another one of those things where the lyrics really reflect the mood and the tone of the song and everything, because it starts off, at least the way I organized it was, just talking about, like, I'm just a kid. What are you picking on me for?
So how old were you?
Probably like 17.
Okay,
so 16 or 17.
All right, pretty young.
So I didn't write it then though.
Okay.
I wrote that I think 2023.
Okay.
Actually.
Yeah, a couple years.
Because I never felt comfortable talking about it, and it
Sure.
was just like. It was just an annoyance because then I'm reminded of it and it's just like, oh,
Yep.
blah, 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 whatever. But then it's just like, I want to get off my chest. I want to feel a little bit better about it.
Sure.
know? So, that it starts off, stop picking on me. What are you doing?
Yep.
You're a grown woman, blah, 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 whatever. And then it just transitions into like, why are you doing this? Like, stop. Like, this is ridiculous at this point. It's
Yeah.
been years. Like, just stop. Give it up.
Let's let it
Drop
go.
it. It's, yeah. So, and then that's why it gets like, it builds and builds,
Yeah.
and it gets even louder, and
That's
it
it.
explodes at the end. So
That's it. It's like a story. Like you summed it up perfectly. It builds up,
Yep.
builds up, builds up, and then Shazam! Like like the floodgate.
Yeah.
The floodgate
Yeah.
is
I feel like the songwriting process for that song kind of also followed a similar trend to our other songs, where this time Patrick did have like a set idea of what he wanted it to be about, but we also kind of orchestrated it in a way that it could be seen as a story, or you can kind of insert yourself in a different way. When we play this song, I find myself getting emotional, maybe not about the same exact experience, but like similar things that's happened to me.
Right,
I'm sure Siobhan has something similar.
it could trigger our own stuff.
Right,
And that's what music does. Right?
The way it's worded
Sure.
and written kind of leaves some things up to interpretation,
Sure. Of
course.
or maybe
Yep.
even a Mad Lib where you can kind of just
Yeah.
put in different pieces here and there, and the way it builds, kind of, you could say, oh well, if you're struggling with your partner, the song is we're arguing, and then it gets to a point where we can't do anything else, and shit hits the fan, and the song explodes, and then you go on with your life after that, or whatever it may be.
Right. Siobhan, so what's it like for you to play that one? Yeah.
Don't get me started. Not even gonna get into it. It feels great to play it. It's my favorite one to play.
So for you, playing it is just totally cathartic. It's
great.
about the ultimate release. You're on an instrument that kind of lends itself to that level of a different level of release than maybe the guitar and some of the other instruments.
It's so fun to really just
That
get
primitive
yeah.
release.
Yeah.
It's awesome, and like
I want to bang the
urge to
crap out of
smash
something.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It's a lot of fun. That's one of my favorite ones to play because it has that build, and it really is so many different things going on. It's really loud and
Yeah.
in your face, and it's just
Yeah,
it's great.
It's a rocking song.
Thank you.
So it's you channeled all that into something that is great to watch on stage, and I'm glad you guys enjoy playing it.
It
Thank
definitely
you.
is our rock ballad.
Yeah,
Like, it's
that was-
the
yeah.
rock ballad for us.
Yeah, like a little bit of folk inspiration in
Yeah.
there, because when I was writing it, I was thinking a little bit of CSN.
Oh yeah, cool.
I think you
And yeah.
mentioned that to me too, and I was
I
like,
did.
wait, we should just throw mandolin on this.
Yeah, and then
And then it
I
made
was told,
it made the song.
It did make the
the
song.
way
It
it is,
really
yeah.
made the
Yeah.
song. And also, I remember talking to somebody, I forget who it was, and they were like, I feel like when I'm listening to this, I feel like I'm in an Italian restaurant.
The flamenco section, I think, is exactly what does
Yeah,
that.
definitely. So it's like, all right, this is cool. Now it has another meaning. Now I'm
Like,
sitting in a
waiter, my Alfredo, please.
Yeah. And then the spaghetti spills all over the
Ah,
pants.
yep.
So Venus Flies Again. Talk about high energy. There's another one.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys do that one live, woohoo, man.
That's another anger-filled song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you
I'm
can
sensing,
tell.
I'm sensing some themes here. All making
Just a
for,
couple.
Just a
making
couple, yeah.
making for some great music. So talk about Venus Flies Again.
That one was about a past member who we just never really got along with, and our writing styles was just completely different, and how he tried to like, I don't know, I guess make us conform to his style and do what he wanted and do his orchestrations, even though we all didn't like it.
he was very, very much a micromanager.
Okay.
We didn't.
And
so don't try to contain these three creative forces here in front of me. Patrick, you started off from the beginning. The creativity part is hard, is really important to you. Mm-hmm. So to maybe feel like you were caged into some, a place contained.
Yeah.
It just it just really did hold us back, because as soon as we got rid of them, we just started doing the stuff that we're doing now, and it's just like, wow, if we were to try to do this with them, they wouldn't like it.
It would be a battle the whole way.
Mm-hmm. And it was just amazing to like feel that release, and it's just like, wow, like we're actually doing stuff that we like.
Yeah.
And this is cool.
You're not spending the time dealing with the tension. Mm-hmm. You can kind of move forward with the creative process.
Yeah, I feel like to an extent it was like, it's hampering to the creative ideas that we wanted to implement, but it was also like their creativity didn't quite mesh with the direction that we wanted to go with the music.
Aligned.
Yeah.
And not that it was bad, it was just not
exactly
our style,
what Outfox wanted to be.
Yeah. I was like, would you like to do more prog rock stuff?
And I'm like, why are you asking me this question? Have you looked at my discography? Are you kidding me?
I would be into doing that stuff and just doing a little other things other than Motown and
something
and
a little more
theater-like
experimental
stuff.
Yeah.
So with this new change in the roster, it sounds to me like the forces are more aligned and synergistic.
Yeah, I feel like we're definitely a lot more unified to a common goal or a place, a direction that we want to take the project in.
Sounds like a revival to me.
Yes.
Is it a Clearwater revival?
Oh, you.
I think the waters will clear as things move forward. It sounds like things are clearing up rapidly with the new alignment and manifesting, and so with some of the visions to kind of bring more depth and more instruments into the sound. It sounds. I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited.
Me too.
Me too.
we got some really cool songs coming out now.
So Venus Flies Again. We got a little bit off track on that one, huh?
Little tangent. Side tangent.
Yeah, that's
fine.
okay. Anybody else want to say anything about the final product? How, as far as
I mean,
as
I
that one goes?
can't say anything specifically about like the meaning of the song, because that was really all Patrick. But at least the way I felt, I knew this song, I wanted it to be fast. I wanted it to be in your face. I wanted it to get you to move.
Oh yeah, and it does.
I think we did a pretty good job with that.
Absolutely.
I wanted it to be like a, how do I phrase this? Like an example of the kind of funk that we want to do.
Yeah, I think it's,
and it came out really nice.
I
It's one of my
think it
favorites.
illustrates everything that you've said very well. And it sounds like you like playing it.
Yeah, we do.
So that's
fun.
That's a keeper?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Cool. So then the last one, track number 6.
So that song is not supposed to be named track number 6.
Oh boy.
All right.
But it's track number 6 because we couldn't figure out a name, and I just figured, hey, let's just make it the 6th song on the EP and just call it track 6.
Do we?
Might as well.
Do we elaborate?
You know that's what I was going to ask you, right?
Yes.
do we
Yes.
go that direction
Yeah, I mean,
or?
so do you want to go there or say
Well,
that?
I maybe not say the name just because I guess it was coined already. Or, I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't really coined. They didn't do anything with the name. It was
I
a
guess
joke to
not,
begin
yeah,
with.
It was a joke.
So one of our former members had this track that they made on, was it GarageBand on their phone or something like that, just like for shits and giggles at work with their friend, and they came to us with the bass line, and we were like, you know what, this is actually...
Yeah, or it was. Sorry to cut you off. It was like a guitar riff with.
Oh, was it the
bass
guitar?
line.
Yeah.
It was like the main riff, and then we elaborated on it. But anyway, continue.
Yeah,
sorry.
so we were like, yeah, we can work with this. This is pretty cool. And in his phone, all of these songs are named completely ridiculous. Their phone, ridiculous things. And this track that he played for us was named Joe Biden's Garage.
A little homage to
Very
Frank Zappa.
Yeah,
but
I think it was supposed to be Joe's Garage, but like, you know,
Joe Biden.
but we were like, yeah, we can't do that, but we could take this track that you have and kind of morph it into something that we can work with, and that's basically what ended up happening with number 6. But we didn't really have like a solid vision on what, at least as far as I can tell, we didn't really have like a definite idea of what we wanted the song to be about to begin with.
Yeah, because I remember they were like, "Oh, I didn't know that you liked this. I thought this was stupid."
Yeah,
like,
like,
I didn't like this.
I'm just
at all.
showing you this awful thing I made for just for the hell of it, and we're like, no, we could do that.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, and then when we added on it, I thought it just made it even cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it morphed into what is listed as track number 6.
Yeah.
If you all had to, I'm going to put you on the spot a little. If you all had to come up with a name for it now, what would you call it, Patrick?
I would still call it track 6.
Track
I
six.
cannot figure out a name to
Okay.
it. I mean,
Siobhan, any ideas?
Not really.
No?
I don't know. I feel like the name is fitting in a way.
Track number 6?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
6 track, and it has like the lyrics or whatever. Kind of.
I'd feel inclined to agree. I feel like that song specifically is maybe our least emotionally driven song.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having it just be the 6th song on the album, it just explains its purpose, and that's what it does, and that's what it's there for.
we couldn't find a name because I think he wanted to write it about, like, he was like, "Oh, why don't you do something about a cult?" I was like, all right, whatever, I'll come up with some stuff. And then every one of the lyrics I'm like, this wouldn't be a good name. This wouldn't be a good name. This wouldn't be good. None of these are a good name. I cannot decide on any of it. So I was just like, whatever. I'm just going to call it track 6.
I think there was one lyric that you wrote that I was trying to push as the title of the song, but it never quite... No. I think we all just settled on that as being what it is. But I know for me, when we were playing that song, it made me think a lot of like kind of a watered down Captain Beefheart.
Okay.
Or something similar, like Zappa adjacent, maybe not as complex and egotistical, but as much as I am a huge Zappa guy, but I think that's the direction that we were kind of looking to bring it towards.
Awesome. So, going over them, it's pretty clear, pretty diverse group of tracks. Overall reflections on putting the whole album together?
I had a great time. I thought it was a blast.
Yeah.
I definitely think with the experiences that we've had since then and with recording that EP, the next stuff that we put out is going to be a whole level above
Definitely.
the production quality and the arrangement and even just the songs in general. I love our discography, but I also love what we're doing now even more, and I think that you might love it too. And I hope you do.
I'm sure I will.
But I'm just looking forward to the way that we evolve going forward and the way that we have been so far.
Yeah, because there hasn't been like one definite stage we've been at. It's just all progressing and moving forward. And
It's
doing
like a
new things
snowball
every single
where
time.
we're like, okay, I like how this looks, and then it just kind of keeps going and going and getting better and better.
And that's pretty evident just as I'm sitting here with you guys. It's pretty clear to me from the time we started talking to now. So yeah, that's cool. So working on another album now.
We're getting the songs together.
Yeah.
We're saving
Okay.
up for
Cool.
for studio time. So
Yeah.
Awesome. And in the meantime, you guys are playing gigs are you playing as a trio?
no, we're playing as because we have filling guys right now
Okay,
that
cool.
that can't really commit right now. So
So you've got some temporary people guesting.
Yeah. Up until like October, maybe later, will be a 5-piece, and then we might be losing a member here and there. So we might be going back to a trio soon.
Okay.
It definitely won't stay that way. We don't want it to stay that way. love you guys. We need more people.
Yeah.
We can't play everything ourselves.
Sure.
But
And you're playing around the pretty much Ocean County area.
yeah, just all over
Yeah.
Jersey,
Monmouth,
maybe
right?
maybe right across
Yeah.
the border, if that. The occasion when we went to New York City.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
New
it.
York, New Jersey for the trio.
Yeah.
When you get the full band together, you're doing gigs like the Stone Pony.
Yep.
Some
Yeah.
of the larger gigs, and Patrick and Siobhan, you guys are playing. You guys are playing pretty frequently too, out in bars and clubs, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They
Yes.
rock
Yeah,
with
and-
they rock with the Merge all the
Oh,
time.
and the
they
Merge,
sound
yes.
awesome.
Yes, the
The
Merge.
Merge,
Shout
yes.
out to the
Yes,
Merge.
the Merge.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Merge. Absolutely.
Also, shout out to Donald and Ryan from In My Basement.
Love you
for
guys.
helping us, bring our vision to life still.
Yeah.
Awesome. Love it. And I want to thank you guys for coming on
Thanks for
today.
having
This
us.
was
Thank
this
you.
was really cool. I hope you'll do it again.
Yeah,
We'd
definitely.
love to.
With the next album, I'm sure we'll have a lot more to talk about.
Yeah.
More songs and more things to
Yeah,
chit-chat
probably
about.
twice
It's
the length.
Great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we want to have a big, long, juicy, thick album, and it's going to be
Oh, yeah.
beautiful.
Nice.
Great.
I love it.
Medium rare.
Gonna
Yeah.
manifest itself.
Let's do it rare.
It's still bleeding.
Rare.
All
yeah.
right.
Still
you guys,
moving.
thank you so much for coming on. I can't wait to see you guys out at another gig. For all that great energy. For those listening, you can check out their web social media pages. They're going to be in the links that will be in the liner notes of this interview, and everything Outfox you'll be able to find in those liner notes. And we're going to sign off because now we're going to go play around with a green screen. Take care, everybody, and thanks for tuning in.